call the meeting to order at 7 p.m. I apologize to the public. Usually I have a screen to watch and it's malfunctioning. Has the board had a chance to review our minutes?
Mr. Chairman, make a motion to accept as printed.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
They are approved. Department heads and committees. We have Pat Riley and Kim Dolan from RAVE for RAVE Volunteer Appreciation Week and Children and Seniors Together. Do you want me to read the proclamations first?
Sure.
Okay. Which one do you want first, Pat? I'll let you pick.
Well, actually, the volunteer appreciation is coming first.
Okay.
So
We'll do that one
we'll go in
first.
chronological order.
Whereas the month of April has been designated as Volunteer Appreciation Month in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts and throughout the nation, and whereas the citizens of Raynham stand firmly committed to the practice of volunteerism and the importance of community involvement in our schools through volunteerism, and whereas the Raynham Association of Volunteers for Education Incorporated is celebrating 31 years of assisting the Raynham Public Schools of the Bridgewater-Raynham Regional School District by providing volunteers and volunteer programs. And whereas RAVE is honoring its volunteers with RAVE Volunteer Appreciation Week activities during the week of April 22nd to April 28th, and where with a volunteer appreciation luncheon on Tuesday, April 24th. Therefore, we, the Board of Selectmen of the Town of Raynham, join in observance and proclaim the week of April 22nd to April 28th as RAVE Volunteer Appreciation Week, and that's by the board. Do I have a motion to
So
approve?
moved, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
That is so voted. Cass, next. Okay. Whereas the month of May has been designated as Older American Month in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, and whereas the Raynham Association of Volunteers for Education, RAVE, the Raynham Council on Aging, and the Bridgewater-Raynham Regional School District have named the week of April 29 and May 5 as Children and Seniors Together Cast Week. And whereas activities honoring the observance will be conducted at the Raynham Senior Center and in the public schools of the Bridgewater-Raynham Regional School District in the town of Raynham. Therefore, we, the Board of Selectmen of the Town of Raynham, join in the observance and proclaim the week of April 29 to May 5 as Children and Seniors Together Week in the Town of Raynham, and that's signed by the board. What is the board's pleasure?
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
All in favor? That is
Aye.
approved. Pat and Kim.
Thank you very much. Yes, two of our big events coming up. Obviously, our RAVE Volunteer Appreciation event is a traditional to thank our volunteers, and we will be having the luncheon on Tuesday, and all of our volunteers are invited to come. It'll be a nice lunch prepared by our Bridgewater-Raynham Food Services Director and his staff, and we'll have entertainment by the Merrill School students, so it should be very good. Our theme this year is Our Volunteers Are Our Everyday Heroes, and they obviously are. We'll have a couple of special awards that we'll be giving out, the Shoshana Garshik Volunteer of the Year Award and the RAVE Award for Exceptional Dedication and Commitment to the Children of Raynham, and lots of great things happening. And Kim, do you want to comment on that?
Yeah, well, we also might be giving out a special award this year, our Everyday Hero Award, just to recognize a volunteer who has gone over and above in contributing to the Merrill School. So we may be doing that award as well.
Very good.
Are
So
you
it'll be
in
a good
fact
time.
making cookies? Baking cookies for us? Chocolate chip?
I
That's
don't
what
know
Mr.
what
McKinnon
Charles
looks
is.
forward to. Cookies.
Actually, that is on the menu.
Yeah, cookies
Yes.
are on the menu.
Yeah.
Yes,
We want to
cookies.
thank Arts International. I mean, we thank you very much.
Cookies, fruit sandwiches, and be a good time for everybody. And then, of course, shortly after that, the following week is our Children and Seniors Together, and this is again a tradition. We've been doing it for many years. Started many years ago with the Council on Aging and our RAVE organization to try to bring our seniors and our children together, and we have a full week of activities.
Yeah.
And Kim, you want to go over the schedule?
Sure. We start on Monday. We're going to have the kickoff at the Senior Center at 1 p.m. where the seniors can come and they can pick out the books that they're going to read, and we may or may not have a little bit of entertainment that afternoon.
We're working on
We're
it.
not sure. Then we start in the schools on Tuesday morning at 9:30. We're going to be holding the spelling bee with the 4th grade students at La Liberty. That will be from 9:30 to 10:30. And then we will be visiting the middle school on Wednesday at approximately 10 in the morning. We'll have classroom visits in the 5th and 6th grade classes. And then we will be visiting La Liberty on Thursday, 9:30, and afternoon visits at 1:30. And then we'll be at the Merrill School to finish off the week on Friday, 10:30 in the morning visits and 1:30 in the afternoon. And in between, we're going to have a little reception with pastry and coffee.
Mm. And of course, at the smaller children, at Merrill and second graders at La Liberty, the seniors read stories. And at grades 3 and 4, they talk about what life was like when they were going to school. It's a really popular event. The children love to have the seniors come and visit. I think our seniors enjoy it as well. So our co-chairs, Mara Daly and Debbie Vitale, are in the process of calling seniors now and scheduling. So if anybody hasn't got a call yet, you will. So I think that's about it. Yeah.
Great. We have your proclamations, Pat, signed,
Excellent.
so if you'd like to.
Sure.
I like it because when I tell the story, I'm not the last picked for the teams, you know. First.
See that?
Any questions for Pat or Kim?
No, just keep up the good work.
Thank you very much.
Thank you both for coming in.
Thank
Have a good
Oh,
night.
just if I could, just one little
Sure.
reminder too, for everybody, seeing Dawn there, on election night, Saturday, April 28th, we'll be doing Raynham Saturday Night Live right here, starting at 8 o'clock on Raynham Cable Channel 98, I believe. Tune in and get all the, just as they come off the ballot box there, we'll get all of the results out there. And hopefully all of the candidates will stop by, or anybody else that wants to stop by and chat.
Great.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Pat. Thank you, Kim.
Thank you, Pat.
Have a good night. No appointments tonight, no public hearings tonight, new business, the final annual town meeting warrant. We've all had a week to peruse it. It looks good to go, in my opinion. If the board has any questions or comments before I call for a vote,
No, sir.
what's the board's pleasure?
So move as printed.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
That is approved and closed, Mr. Buckner. Town administrators report, Mr. Buckner.
On the annual town meeting coming up, the date is May 21 this year. Pre-town meeting is May 15th, and that's here in this room. Budget does appear to be in balance based on projected revenue, which is also good news. And the House came out with its budget this past week, and they do have an extra $70,000 in so-called unrestricted aid, which we know is lottery money. Plus, the racetrack mitigation money also shows up in the cherry sheet, so both of those are good things. Vacancies, we do need citizen volunteers for Conservation Commission and Board of Overseers. Board of Overseers for the Raynham Development revolving account oversees the authorization and deployment of funds for economic development, and right now there's currently a balance of about $75,000 in that revolving account. The Conservation Commission meets a couple times a month, and we do need somebody there as well. Police Department, Chief Donovan is asking for the board's permission to request delegation of authority from civil service to conduct psychological screening for entry-level police officers.
Randy, is this just for new hires or for
New hires only.
exclusively?
Yes.
Okay, what's the board's pleasure?
So move that be granted.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
And department head meeting, I've changed the date actually to Thursday, April 26th at 10 a.m. because of vacation week. Upcoming, we have a couple double headers. Town election is Saturday, April 28th. Polls are open 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. We also have the rabies clinic on Saturday, April 28th, 12 to 2 p.m. behind the fire station. Household hazardous waste day is coming up on Saturday, May 19th, 8 a.m. to 12 noon. Also on Saturday, May 19th at 10 a.m. is the Veterans Memorial groundbreaking ceremony.
Great, thank you, Randy. Any questions?
Oh, thank you, Mr. Buckner.
No, sir.
Selectmen's report, Mr. McKinnon.
Just the historical from the cable, Marie, maybe you'll make a comment on that.
On the
number of
meeting
hours.
last Thursday?
Well, last Thursday, and then also, they're gonna tape it and it'll be shown.
On Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then the other thing is that, please, Pat made note, but please make note, citizens, from 10 o'clock until 8 o'clock at the middle school for the voting of selectmen and for the planning board, and for all the other openings for a vote of confidence, that would be appreciated if you come by. Those would be unopposed candidates. So the local election is this week from Saturday, I believe. A week from Saturday, is that it? Are we okay?
Yes.
28th?
It'll be on the 28th.
28th.
28th, okay. And that's just a point of information to remind people that the candidates are putting out signs and working diligently, et cetera, et cetera.
Thank you.
Mrs. Smith, yeah, I'm sorry, thank you.
Yes, we did have our anniversary party, if you want to call it that, red carpet party over at the cable station, which went very, very well. And we showed the first hour of the documentary that Alan Russell worked so hard on. Mr. McKinnon, you were wonderful on that.
Well, I was
You
in there. I don't know
really
if
were.
it-
No, you were great.
It was good
Between
comparison,
you,
what I liked
wonderful.
about it, yeah.
Yes.
It worked out well.
If there's any award to be given, Alan should get one for this.
He definitely should.
He really, putting this together, he's done a great, great job. Now,
We
we'll,
certainly thank, like, Billy Hanna, Dr. William Hanna.
oh, absolutely,
coming in
for
and
their,
Giving it historical credence, because William Hanna, which people, by the way, at the historical,
Excuse
in
me.
Taunton, and I think there's a bookstore up in 44, I believe, still has the history of Taunton, Dr. Hanna's book.
right,
But he wrote the complete history of the city of Taunton, and of course, from the beginning of Taunton until 1731, Raynham historical was the same, so he was kind enough to let Alan interview him.
and wasn't it nice?
Wonderful
Oh,
job.
my gosh, the whole thing was great.
Billy's really good.
So the first hour was down, and now respectively, the other 2 hours will be on Wednesday evenings. I think it was 6:30, did
Yeah,
it say
around
6:30?
six to seven, I believe, and I
Okay.
think there's 3 more, there's 4 hours altogether.
4 hours
So
altogether.
we've done one, then we'll go 3 hours.
And they're gonna bring this all the way up to the present time.
That's right.
And if you can tune it in, you
Yeah, I
really,
think they
really
will-
should, because it's really, really
Alan
good.
put an awful lot of work into that.
He had
Yeah.
over 100 hours in,
Yeah.
in just his taping, and then he had to edit everything,
And
so
it'll
he
be
did
played
great.
from time to time. My
It will?
suggestion had been that it should be played definitely in around April of every year, because that's for
Mhm.
4 weeks in a row on a Wednesday night would be nice, and that's the history of
yeah.
Rainier, because that's our anniversary, April 2nd, the
Exactly.
anniversary.
And we're also contemplating maybe having some for sale in the event that somebody wishes to
When they-
purchase.
when they've completed
they've
it.
completed it,
And maybe,
when they're completed it. Good.
Right.
And
Thank
while Mark is sitting here, Mark, I want to say that that was a very nice article that you did on the Veterans Memorial and the groundbreaking that was coming up. Worked out really well. It was right on the front page,
Mhm.
because
Yeah,
that
thank
was
you,
really
Jeff.
good.
That's
Thank you very much for getting that in, because that's very important. We've all been working so hard on that committee trying to get it together. So any
we know
publicity
how
we
to
can
do
get.
everything but raise money.
Yes, we do. I don't know what's wrong with us. We can't raise money. There's the one that can raise the money.
I move to appoint chairman.
As the
fundraising-
fundraiser.
Fundraising chairman. He's busy enough with the company he's got
I
since the federal
guess.
government did
I
everything.
guess. But it was a great article.
Thank you both. Correspondence, very light tonight. Notice from Bristol Mosquito Control regarding spraying for triple E and mosquitoes. You can call Monday to Friday between 8 a.m. and 3 p.m. for spraying requests, 508-823-5253. If anybody didn't get that number, this has been placed on the town's website. I asked Deb to do that earlier tonight. So people feel free to go to the town's website and get that information, or call our office. From National Grid, just regarding their late winter spring mechanical control cut service or basal treatment, the summer selective foliage treatment that they're going to be doing throughout their service area. From the SMC Group, it's Surly Johnson's looking to change their name to Flying Dog Bar and Grill. Randy says there's no hearing required, but should be on the agenda for next week if the board's okay with that.
That's fine.
Do we need to vote on that, Randy, or?
It will require a vote.
Okay.
approval, but-
If we could put that on the, well, no, I'm talking to put it on the agenda.
Oh, to me, no.
Okay. And a tag day request from Baptist Church of All Nations in Taunton, looking for June 15 and 16, and Randy says that those dates are available. What is the board's pleasure?
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Second?
All in favor? That
Aye.
is approved. Citizen input. Josh, anything for us tonight? If you don't mind, just going to the podium, Josh. What's the matter?
I wrote this, my idea.
Okay.
I mentioned it before.
All right. Do you want to, are you reading it, or do you want to just submit it to us?
I'll give it to you.
Sure.
If you could read my handwriting.
Did you want to talk, or do you want us to just read it and talk about it next week?
We can talk, I guess.
Right now?
What's that?
Do you want to talk now, Josh? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I gave, Joe the, side like a tennis club, like a pool, like a spa over near the middle school on town property. Like, I'm a big tennis player, and I like pools, I like spa facilities, workout areas, and this town doesn't have them. And I gotta go all the way out to Easton, or all the way out to Lakeville, or some other town to do this. And my concept, and I wrote it in the, you want me to read that, Joe?
If you want, you can, or you can talk about it, whatever you want, Josh.
I got this letter here from the deputy. It says, Selectmen and Board of Health, I have a concept to have a tennis club on town property that is indoor for rain, snow, cold weather, nighttime, overall inclement weather, out by the middle school. There would also be an outdoor tennis component of both soft and hard surfaces, clay courts, asphalt courts, grass courts. There would also be a workout facility, as well as cafeteria services, pool, jacuzzi, steam room, sauna, overall thermal spa system. Raynham does not have an all-encompassing tennis club like other towns and cities, and I want to build one with the town's support.
We can definitely take that under advisement. I would suggest you maybe approach Park and Rec on it. They deal with the recreation aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't originate from us. So I would contact them. They meet, Randy, is it Tuesdays also?
Yes,
I think it's the second Tuesday of every month,
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
Second Tuesday.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I was in San Diego in January, February
Yeah.
timeframe. There's one big club owned by the city, and it has 30 tennis courts, and they have this whole like.
I would definitely take it to Park and Rec and see what
Park
they
and
say.
Rec.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Josh.
Okay, thank you.
Press time, Mark from the Gazette. Anything, Mark?
I guess, this week I was gonna write about the draft, the warrant that was approved today, so I guess, would any of you like to say anything about any particular articles that you think,
I think in large part for the customary ones that appear every year. I don't know that anything out of the ordinary, housekeeping to an extent that we're required to do to be in compliance with the general laws of Massachusetts, a few zoning articles. I don't see anything. I mean, we'll get into greater detail on it in May, Mark, at our
Right.
pre-town meeting. But I don't have any other.
I just, the one that came to mind that, most recently would be the, Historical Commission to, take over, if they will, at the will of the town meeting, Gilmore Hall, and then the Park and Rec take over the, South School, and I also prevailed upon the board to place an article in maintenance of each of those buildings so that they, over a period of time, can be brought up to date in a gradual manner. And that's what I'm thinking of at this time.
I wrote a little bit of that
Yes, you
before.
did, right, so that's
Right.
fine.
I think that's it.
Anything else for us, Mark? Nope. Okay, no emergency business. What's the board's pleasure?
Make a motion, adjourn, sign the bills, no business to be conducted afterwards.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned. Thank you all.
Want a copy of the warrant, Mark, or do you already have that? You can have that.
Did we
Yeah, have a good week.
Bye, Mark.
See you later.